What is up, legends? We are back, and we're back, doing more of a preview for this game, and just kind of like having some fun. I just love talking about this game because I have a lot of fun with it. So, a major question I was asked is, who should you summon for in the beginning of the game? So we pretty much know now. Looking at the global version, but Joker's obviously going to be the first character. So we're going to start with him. Menu. And he's one of my stronger units. Obviously, Anne is my strongest. And she's on standard banner, so you don't necessarily have to worry about her. And I'm going to explain why in a second, because you're going to get a free copy of her if you push through the game. You can actually get two. But Joker is the first limited character in the first limited banner that's going to actually be up. And one of the reasons why Joker is so amazing, for one thing, he has his weapon right here, which is pretty much, it has the ability 30% attack boost, big damage. He was cursed, by the way, as well. Increasing the damage caused by itself by 10% and lasts for 2 rounds and can stack to 3 layers. Now, he can stack this pretty quick because sometimes he can attack 3 times in 1 round. It's random according to, pretty much whatever you want to do it. You don't do it all the time. If you limit break him, he can do that even more. So obviously he has the arson as his persona, and then he has fearless repression, which dealing all excuse me, enemies. He is a multi-target unit as well. 91% attack curse attribute on 20% base probability to obtain 1 layer of curse and get evil energy, which pay attention to that for a second. And then he has ominous sign, which is single target, deal damage to 1 enemy, curse attribute. When releasing this skill, there's only 1 enemy on the field. 2 curse energies will be, or evil energy will be generated. You have Doom Pursuit, dealing damage to all enemies of 72% attack. Curse attribute, this damage is caused by the skill to increase by 25% when it is an additional turn. So that's when he says, either Showtime or Moikai, which is again Moikai rather. If the target has any debuff effect, the damage skill will be increased by additional 25%. Which is really good. A debuff effect is something to say like with what Anne does. If she starts to fight, as she puts the burn debuff out there on them, that counts. The MC can also proc that as well. Wind corrosion can proc that. His own curse can proc that the second turn around if he's already done it the first time. So you typically don't want him to go first. Then you have the highlight, dealing all damage, which is 206 attack, curse attribute damage, and gains evil energy. And then, one more, he does it again, and pretty much you can go into Doom Pursuit. You have Revenge right here. Excuse me, I'm still coughing. Revenge, evil energy will be improved by 1, and that's, of course, as many as he has. And you have Devour, increases damage when it's actually turned by 72%, which is nice. And that's all along his lines. So what you initially want to do with him is build up his curse energy with his 1 and his 2 skill, and then preferably have somebody to help him out along with the damage. So he does more damage, which is why I have Anne be a little bit faster than him, so Anne can convert the burn out. Or you don't necessarily have to have Anne, you can have Clean do it as well, which we're going to talk about her next, because she's going to be the next limited after him, not in the same patch probably, unless they're crazy and they trying to catch up real fast for the most part, but she's the next character that you're going to want to actually go in and do. Now Clean is interesting. I'm going to skip over the standard units because the standard units are obviously Anne, Mona, I think Skull, right? Yeah. Now they're all good. Skull, He's physical though. I never really, as you can see, he never got past level 50. I was using him up until that point until I actually got Joker, and then I took him out when I got Joker. That's officially what happened. So I was not excuse me, I was not a major fan. But the more important characters that you're gonna want to focus with in the start is going to be Joker, obviously, because he's gonna be the first limited banner. So definitely want to get him. Then secondary, you want to get Panther, which is Anne, and they go hand in hand, and they also get synergy because they have team synergy. That's a passive that they get extra damage if the Phantom Thieves are all together. You won't get Futaba until later on. She was like 3 or 4 patches down the line, so there won't be anybody support to actually put there for that. But you can get Skull and Mona, and you can have a full team that way if you want to. In fact, Mona is the best healer early because the owl healer is really limited, and you're gonna get tired of him real fast, which is, you can get tired of him real quick, trust me. But Mona is on standard banner in the beginning, and Mona is actually really good because the way Mona actually works is you're gonna basically have the Fury Raid, which is kind of that's Mona's persona, by the way, as well. Fury Raid successfully do wind blows, and what wind blows basically does is a probability off critical to heal. And it's amazing because it can proc multiple times. You can do the wind Fury, get the attack out, get the crit, then have wind blows, and then wind blows will heal you. It's like amazing. It's amazing when it all works in tandem. Also, he has a chance to proc his blast as well. So basically, I think Mona's a girl though. It's a cat. So when Mona basically procs, it's amazing, but it doesn't always happen. Even sometimes if you crit, it still don't happen. So also when you limit break Mona, you have a higher chance of actually doing the Fury Raid and then getting the wind blows as you go further up. So it's actually pretty nice when it comes to that. Now, Fox, what was Fox? Fox was after Futaba. Or was it the same patch? I don't think I got them at the same time. I think one was before the other. Now, he is a counterattack unit, and he's actually pretty good, but you're gonna have to build him it's kind of an interesting build because he has Force Break right here, which dealing all enemies defense. So you see he is a tank. You need to build him defensively. And HP to give him some health to actually take a hit, because he's going to basically, when he gets his freeze status, he taunts basically when he does that as well. So he's going to get hit a lot, which makes them attack him, and then he's going to counterattack, which is actually pretty crazy and pretty fun. Again, he's probably going to be like 3 or 4 patches down the line, but he's one of the more interesting characters in the game because there's certain fights where when you're hitting the enemy, you're going to take a lot of damage, but he doesn't get that damage when he counterattacks. So you're going to need the enemy basically, like you kind of like stall and like, you know, do the things that you can. And he'll basically like burn down those particular enemies for you. There's quite a few fights like that where that'll actually happen, where you're going to probably get tripped up and you're going to be used to steamrolling and just plowing through things, and then you're going to eventually hit that enemy. And there's a few bosses that actually have that attribute as well, where it's just gonna screw you over. You're like, damn, what the hell am I even supposed to do? And there's even the major boss that he's involved with that you're gonna need that mechanic as well. So just keep that in mind. And again, you know, Frost Slash deal 5 times random damage to everybody. And again, he also has, when you see the checkerboard right there, he has a buff that he sends out, which is, this is his defense buff basically. So anytime the group gets attacked, he's basically going to attack back and all that good stuff. Now I skipped over Queen, but let me talk about Queen real quick, and then I'm going to show some of this stuff. All right, so Queen here, the cool thing about Queen is that she has what's called an install. So she pretty much gets fired up and she gets to attack with her bike. I think she always attacks with it, but her bike is actually her persona. And she has a nuclear resonance right here. As soon as it loads, recovering the companion's Kodo HP, where she actually gets to heal, but she also gets toughness, which makes her, you know, hit relatively hard. She has her combat skills, which is a highlight where she basically gets on the bike, runs around and smacks stuff, which is relatively interesting in itself. She has post combo, which is a part of her install. Deals 5 times the damage to the attack. Nuclear attribute that are attacked by the skill it will only cause damage to the same target multiple times. So you need to hit the same target that has the nuclear debuff on it. And then you have nuclear burst. As it loads, dealing 1 enemy damage and 198. So that's a lot right there. Nuclear thermal attribute. If the target is in abnormal element state, it will cause technical, causing additional period of damage. Now, abnormal state basically means if it's her buff or on fire. Does not mean poison or the debuff that the support does. I've tried it a few times. I don't know if they're going to change that in gold, because I always thought that was weird, but it specifically means the fire and the radiation burn. And as far as that, is there anybody else that should be focused on? Oh yeah, she's gonna be second update probably. Right now she's still the best healer in this game because she's not situational. She literally just heals all the time, every day, all day. That's just what she does. Every other healer has some type of stipulation to get their burst healing out. She is the Orihime from Bleach of this game. She's just straight good. When you see her out, she's gonna be on standard banner, but when she comes out, I believe she's gonna come out by herself as a banner character. I don't think that was actually limited, because she's like immediately on standard directly after that, which is like rare. They don't normally do that, but this character did. But she's hands down the best healer in this game, 100%. She has single target healing. She has heal over time. She has a shield. She has a passive that heals. She's just gangster in every way possible as a healer. Even her attack heals, dealing hitting 1 enemy 58% maximum HP blessing. Damage allows all companions obtain a level of bless effect. At the same time, you gain a layer of honeydew, which basically heals. You have bless of healing right here. Immediately we can specify a target, monsters, and that's basically healing, and she purifies 2 negative states. Well, not everything, because sometimes you have like 3 or 4, because bosses like to cheat. But yeah. She has Gift of Spring, which is an AoE heal. As you can see, it's multi-target right here. It's like the Mazer skill. Consumes all the honeydew, which is her passive stack. Immediately specify monomer equal to enemies maximum health. So you would definitely want to, which is why her health is so high. Is based off of the HP that she has. You heal everybody, and then they get an extra layer of heal as well that goes over to the next round. Then you have the combat, which is like her ultimate skill, and the combat skill that also is going to heal everybody and cause damage. So pretty amazing. She has she has blessing. Unit has been treated accordingly. Pretty much is based off of the blessing stat or the heal stat. And then you have kind heart, which is benevolence right here. When entering battle, according to Mia's largest HP, improve the maximum HP of all thieves by maximum. So again, the more health that she has, the more that's actually going to actually buff. So like I said, she's just the best healer. They brought in Yukari, and she's pretty good because she actually hits hard. She's like big damage, and she heals for pretty good, but it's situational. She needs setup for that. When she's in her setup, then she's probably better than the other healer, but you have to get her there, and then if she gets stunned, she don't do anything. basically. Well, the other healer is like that too, but her heal will go over time. But she needs to start her setup. So if she's like incapacitated somehow, if she can't complete or start her setup, then you have no healing for like 2 rounds. Like just no healing, because she has to restart her whole setup thing again to actually get her Wind Bloom Blossom thing out, and it becomes problematic, which makes her not that great unless you keep her at a point where she can just keep attacking and keep getting her setup out. And the same thing with Mona. Mona goes through the same type of thing as well when it comes to that. He needs to actually be getting his attack with his Wind Blossom out to actually, you know, take advantage of that. See if there's anybody else that we can worry about. Early. Now this is not a she's gonna be like directly at like the after the first patch. She's gonna come in. This is assumed is, I guess, like heavily inspired off of Hatsumiku. She's a Vocaloid. That's literally what she is. And she's a retaliation. I'm sorry, she's not retaliation. She's a assist target DPS. She's really, really good when you get dupes in her. At base, she's okay. I could only get 1 copy of her because it took me, like, I lost pity and I had to go all the way to pity again to get her. So I was like, once I got her, I was like, I give up. I ain't doing nothing else. So I'm good. But I had some friends who were playing on this who got her like multiple times, and they got all her dupes, and she wrecks stuff. She might be low-key one of the best DPS in this game, because once she gets her stacks going and she gets her assist buff out, she assists everybody in the party in AoE attack. If that person, say like Joker, attacks 2 times and she procs, she's going to attack 2 times with Joker. It is amazing. She is an amazing character, like just super lit. This is one of the 4 stars, and it's one of the new team. Basically, super good. The same thing with Narmitis, and another sleeper will be Tetsucore. She is another assist character. When she gets to attack multiple times, she's a 4-star. So look out for her. You're gonna probably be using her a lot early game, because we're just not gonna have everything off the bat, and the game is kind of limited. There's only like what 7 5-stars in the beginning. Like no, I think it's 7 and 8. Yeah, 7 and 8. So your 4-stars are gonna be, you know, carrying a little while. Just a little something. So let's head into some combat, because I yapped enough about which characters you should pay attention to. Let's fight stuff that I can actually show you. Let's see here. No, that's not gonna work. I mean, I could, but yeah, that's not gonna work either. I need something long-winded. Okay, so we did that already. We did that one already. Let's do this one. All right. See, pretty much we can. Yeah, we can do this setup. And I'm gonna need the heal, so I'll be in back. And then we'll bring Fuda in so we can get the bonus. No, I can't do that for this fight. I mean, it's okay. It's still okay because I can do this. Yeah, we'll use Queen instead. I don't have the other 2 built up for that. Yeah, we'll use Queen instead. Alright, I didn't want to do him or start off with him first, but he's actually faster than Queen. The hype music. Alright, we'll just fearless. I actually don't want to use her thing, so just use her normal. We will buff first. Back up. All right. Let's get her debuff out. All right. That gets all the proc. All right, Fuda, do your thing. Just roll out. I can't do that one, so we just do this one. Defense down, so since we just stole his defense and took it, gave it to ourselves. We can do Chase of Doom. No, we'll do Ominous Sign. Cause he got extra damage now, and there he gets the extra because he got the extra damage out. Now we do Chase. Alright, so now because we built up our meter, we can actually use one of our specials. So I want to use our biggest special, which is Joker, because Joker has the strongest one. Alright, and I don't want to use any of her stuff right now. We can. Get our heal going. Yeah, it's already weakened. So I can actually change. I don't think I messed up. I should have brought in something that he was weak to. I don't think he's gonna be harmed by this, so let's see. Alright, I can bring in the second buff from Futaba. Let's give it to Joker. Crit damage taken up. Alright, keeping the debuffs on him going. That's what nuclear does. The more you hit, more damage it does. It just builds up over time. See if we can get another prop because he still has the debuffs on them. There we go. And I'm just gonna let it rock from here. You guys kind of like get it. This is hers. And there's her install. Now she's in her enhanced mode. Yeah, he is really debuffed. Funny. And this is the MC's special. Yeah, I'm about to say, you still should get it because he still has the debuffs on him. And she's gonna do her rotation now. Yeah, all her stuff fell off now, so I have to rebuild it all over again. if you're used to like the zero cycle of HSR, you can actually do that in this game. There's characters that will allow you to buff a lot in the beginning. You can even set your MC to be that if you want to. Make him a buff bot basically, where he speeds up everybody and damages everybody. Yeah, it's fun. This is a showcase anyway. I didn't take everybody in that needed to be taken in. But yeah, another way I can actually do this. So let me show you some other characters. We don't want to go on a train. That's not going to help. What is this guy? All right, I want to protect us a little bit. All right, so oh, it's perfect. I have two characters that we just talked about. Actually, I'll just use all of them. I won't even. You don't need to see her. This is perfect. Yeah. It's gonna start off duking me, huh? And there's his counterattack. So I'm just gonna let them rock. But I will slow it down a little. Alright, that's the taunt. Heal. And there's her her assist. Now another thing that's cool is Mona is one of the only characters in the game. That's his retaliation. Mona's one of the other characters in the game that can actually resurrect. He's being resisted because, like, you know, that's her resist, and she's basically putting out the buff. Now she's gonna do it all the time and give you attack buff. And there's the burst that Mona has. Once he gets it going, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, hit him. You have to get smacked in the face. Tandem? Yeah, that's two in a row. I didn't get it. So that support, you get her in the beginning of the game, and she's gonna be good a very long time because she shields you and gives you MP back at the same time. Attack up, huh? Damn, you procced off the dot, sir? It's disrespectful. They're still doing good considering I got two people. Like, actually, yeah, two people are getting resisted, and they're still doing good. I'm like forcing it. She's such a fun unit. Like global, when she's up for banner, I am definitely summoning on her because she's so funny. And this guy. So what happened right there is that the enemy is basically they have like a dot proc, and every time that Fox gets hit, it don't matter how many times they get hit. If he procs his counter attack, he's gonna hit you that many times. So certain fights he's really good because he just keeps doing that. Damn, that persona is weak. I gotta level up that persona. It must be level 1 as far as his skills, and I didn't notice. That should be it, right? This is guild battle, by the way. You get a whole bunch of attacks between Yui and Fox. I do apologize. I'm just doing my best out here with the coughing because I'm still sick. Probably shouldn't even be talking, but you know, you don't get time off as a content creator. Damn, we still reached 2 million. That's crazy. And that was literally, normally that wouldn't happen because I was elemental. Like he has a whole bunch of things that, you know, pretty much nerf all the damage I was doing, but I still got it because of all of the tandem attacks, like the assist and the counter attack. That I still reached top 96%. That's cool. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy. This game is a lot of fun. You guys are gonna have a lot of fun. I can't wait for everybody. There's some people who are in testing right now. Early access. You see them. I saw a few people streaming already, like Unileska. I was in her stream watching her play and her getting emotional and stuff. It's cute. But yeah, she's enjoying it. I've seen other people enjoying it. This makes me happy because this game deserves all the flowers that it's gonna get, and I hope everybody really enjoys it because it's a really good game. So, with that said, I'm gonna have more videos coming in the days leading up to it. We got a week left now, and yeah. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace, and I'll catch you later. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.